We're talking about the movie. The movie that everybody's been talking about for like 2 freaking years and nobody's been able to shut up about it. Honestly, I just really hate trying to judge a movie before it comes out. I just assume all Disney remakes are going to suck at this point. I still was judging this movie before it came out, but let's criticize it when we know we can criticize it for things that are true before we just start assuming things. All right, so this is the modern version of Snow White, and it was not very good. Yeah, it wasn't very good. I was about to punch somebody because I could not stand Rachel Zegler in this movie. And it's not because of anything that she's done in real life and she can never shut up and she just for some reason is kind of annoying and pretentious. It's the fact that the director must have told her to always look like a deer in the headlights. She's always looking at the freaking camera, painting this face of innocence. I could not stand her doe-eyed, innocent face throughout the entire movie. All right, let's talk a little more about freaking Snow White, though. Okay, they couldn't give this poor freaking character a personality because to them, I feel like they were like, we have to have her be perfect. She has to be like that perfect role model for little girls to aspire to. She has to represent our message. That's what it felt like, okay? Because she didn't have a personality. She was just this perfect princess, goddess. She's literally Princess Jesus, okay? She might as well go around and be like, oh, you're blind? Not anymore. Walk, peasant. Now you can walk, you crippled freak. I'm surprised she didn't just resurrect herself because this is literally Princess Jesus. She's just perfect in every single way. And it makes her so interesting. She never comes off like an actual character that you can actually get behind. Whenever there's even a second where you think she maybe has a personality, she has to go back to her talking points about being the savior of the world, pretty much. So with the prince character, who's not prince, he's a bandit now. Oh, at first they're trying to do some banter between Snow White and the prince, and it almost works. Like when she's kind of being a little bit snarky back to him, it's almost cute. There's even a song that I liked, Princess Problems. I like this song. I like it because it is him challenging her to a certain degree. Like, you're just a princess. You don't know what's actually going on in the real world. I like that. But they couldn't have her be a person or a character and respond because once again, she's not a character. So instead of her actually being able to be fleshed out and maybe banter back with him, I think they do kind of try to have her banter, but it just keeps getting intertwined with her also going on one of her stupid monologues about, oh, I need to be perfect and I need to save the kingdom. It just got so annoying. But the story really is mostly about her taking her kingdom back. Which, by the way, do you want to know how she beats everybody? You know how she beats the evil queen? So she gets resurrected by the prince or whatever, even though I feel like Rachel Zegler made it pretty clear that probably wasn't going to happen.
She's not going to be saved by the prince,
but she does get saved by the prince. So I wonder if they changed that. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised. So there's no fight or anything like that. She just goes up to the castle, and the queen, who has 12 guards, they're not even actual guards or soldiers. They were just people that used to work in the village. So I'm just saying, if there's any other kingdoms around and you guys want some more land, this kingdom over here has 12 soldiers, and most of them used to be bakers and farmers and stuff. So have at it. It's going to be real easy. So Snow White, she goes to confront the evil queen. She doesn't have a plan. I guess she's just going to use her whimsy. So she gets there, and the queen at first just hands her a knife and is like, go ahead and kill me, and then you can win. And dude, I would have given this movie a 10 out of 10 if Snow White would have just been like, best movie ever. I right in the neck. But of course, Snow White doesn't do that. And then the queen walks back, gives the knife to one of the soldiers, and it's like, take care of it. Even though I'm like, why don't you just stab her? You're right there. You do it, queen. So then this soldier is walking up to Snow White to kill her, and Snow White's just over there just making the face she's made throughout the entire freaking movie. And so she doesn't have a plan. She's just standing there. This guy could have just stabbed her real quick and it would have been all over. But before he can, Snow White's like, Harold, talking to the soldier. I don't remember his name. I'm going to say Harold. She's like, I remember you. You used to own a farm. You used to have a cherry tree, and you would invite the whole village to come pick it sometimes. I remember you, Harold. And he's just like, oh my God, I can't do it. And then she like turns to another soldier and she's like, Samuel, I remember you. You were a baker and you used to hand out biscuits for everybody in our community. And you never made anybody pay for any of the goods or your services. And that's how a good society should be. Anyway, she does it to like one other guy or whatever. And then all the soldiers are like, I can't kill her. This is the good leader. And that's how she wins. It's so dumb. Oh yeah, but then in the end, so this is how she really wins, like, because this is how the queen dies. The queen has been asking the magic mirror, like, magic mirror, who's the fairest of them all? And at first it was like, of course it's you, queen. But then it changed its tune and it was saying that it was Snow White. And that's why, the evil queen wanted to kill Snow White. But apparently the last time the queen goes up to the mirror tells her, hey, just so you know, I'm not talking about being fair as in like beauty. I'm talking about being fair as in like just. So I'm saying the most just person in the world, or in the vicinity, I don't know, in this area, is Snow White and not you. And dude, I wanted the queen to be like, wait, so I'm still the hottest, right? And the mirror would have been like, well, yeah, obviously. And she would have been like, all right, then I'm good. Like, cool. I don't care. Go ahead, be the queen. I don't really care. I'm way hotter than you. And they're like, do you not care that you're not the most fair? It's like, no! I don't freaking give a crap about that. I have a magic mirror. I ask every single day who's the fairest in the land, and I just get so much freaking endorphins when he says it's me. So do you think I give a rat's little hiney that somebody's more fair than me, like more just than me? No, I just care that I'm the hottest, all right? And honestly, that would have probably been more honest when it came to us females, because that's kind of true. If you're a girl and you're watching this, that if a magic mirror was like, you're the most just person in the world, you'd be like, that's very nice. Thank you. That's nice. Thanks. But if they were like, you're the hottest, most beautiful woman in the world, you know that? Like, no one's hotter than you. You'd be like, yeah, that's right. And if you had to choose one, you would choose being more attractive, and you know it. I mean, you don't have to be the most just person in the world. That'd probably be annoying. How would you even be that way? You would literally have to be Jesus. That's what I'm saying. Snow White in this movie is Princess Jesus. That's who she is. She's Snow Jesus. All right. Anyways, I'm sorry. Even in the end of the movie, everyone's wearing white, and her name's Snow White, so maybe that's why they're all wearing white. But it made them look like they were in a commune, okay? And it looked like they were all going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, or what was the word? Kumbaya. They're going to sit in their little circle and smoke their little pipes, or whatever. Let's sit around and think about peace and think about making clothes from wheat and stuff. Anyways, I'm saying that Snow White in this movie kind of sucks. I see what they're trying to do with her, but she doesn't have the personality or the charm. She really honestly had no charm at all. She just came off really annoying. Real fast, I'll talk about the guy that plays her love interest. He's kind of fugly, not gonna lie. I really wanted to see like some handsome prince type guy, and I was sorely disappointed because no offense to this guy, but he's kind of fugly looking. I'm not trying to be mean, okay? I just wanted some eye candy, and they gave me this guy, and it's not like he's like hideous or anything like that, but he's definitely like not someone that I would be like, He wasn't that great, okay? Definitely not a very good love interest, that's all I'm saying. Personality-wise or acting-wise, he did fine. Obviously, he seemed like he was kind of supposed to be Flynn Rider, but Flynn Rider he is not. All right, moving on real fast. So yeah, there's a big problem with Snow White. She kind of sucks. Another problem, and actually worse than Snow White, is, sorry to say it, Gal Gadot in this role as the evil queen. So what they're trying to do with the evil queen, I feel like they want her to ham it up, over the top, just loves being evil, because there's a song she has, and it's like there was a way to make this character kind of fun. And honestly, my favorite part about the original Snow White movie was the evil queen. Like, I remember the scene where she went and turned herself into the old hag, and I liked that scene. That was the scene that stuck with me. It kind of creeped me out a little bit. Thirsty? Have a drink. What do you think they were kind of trying to do? You know the TV show Once Upon a Time on ABC, where it was like all the Disney characters and Fairy Tale Land or whatever? Really corny, but kind of fun. The woman who plays the queen, the evil queen, Regina, the actress, that's what they needed. Someone more like that. Gal Gadot, I just think she looks too innocent. She has more of like a princess face, but some people have that more like sexy, edgy look. And some people have that more innocent, save me from the dragon look, okay? Gal Gadot has more of the save me from the dragon to a certain degree, I suppose. Even though, I mean, she's Wonder Woman and she can kick ass if she wants to. And it's not just her looks at all. Like, if she didn't really have the look, but she could act really well and do this part really well, I'd be fine with that. The problem is she just isn't very good in the role, okay? I was really disappointed with her. I did not like her as the evil queen. All right, but overall, in the end, this movie's not good at all. All right, it's getting dark, so I should probably go. Let me know what you guys thought about this movie, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.